What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to be taking a look at these wireless lavalier mics on Amazon. So I picked these mics up for I think about $50 or so. Real quick, just wanted to interrupt. It's actually $21, not $58. Now you know. I'll go and throw up the screenshot of the listing right here on the screen so we can take a look at it. So these microphones came with 2 to a pack. They came with the little dead cats already on there. And then they also came with the normal little windscreens, which I've lost somewhere because I just always keep the dead cats on here. And then they do come with a little receiver here. And the cool thing about this receiver is it has a pass-through. So this little port right here, you can actually still plug in your phone to charge it if you need to, if your phone is running dead. It also came with a USB-C to a lightning adapter so that you can use it in your older iPhones. I have an older iPhone. I am actually using that adapter right now for this microphone right here. But it does have an adapter to where you can do USB-C or lightning. Okay, hopefully it doesn't pick up too much of the background noise, but lawn cares out here and they're doing a bunch of noise, so hopefully that doesn't distract too much. Like I said, you do get 2 of them. They come with dead cats on there automatically, or you can take these off and you can put on the regular windscreens. Usually this is for like outdoor, like windy noise. It'll help with the like sound deadening, like sound cancellation, which these do have built-in sound cancellation. It'll help with that a little bit, especially wind. But these work just fine on the inside. I use them inside, outside. I keep them on. They just can be a little bit distracting to have up here, not quite as obsolete if you will, but you can remove that and put the windscreen on. One thing to note about these is it's not super hard, but it's a bit of a challenge to put the dead cat on to these things, because basically it's just a little tiny little hole and it's elastic around it, and so you basically gotta kind of fill that. And then the way I do it is I stand the thing up in here and try to finesse it on there. These little clips back here are actually removable, so you can take them off and rotate it to the other side, which helps out a lot actually if you have a collared shirt. So let's say generally your collared shirt is overlapped, the left is overlapping the right, and so if I have it on like this, it's just gonna look funny, it's not gonna look natural. But if I had the clip the other way, I could easily just clip it onto that opening right there. Or if you wanted to just take these off completely for storage, maybe to store it a little bit smaller of a profile, or just to, if you want to carry it like this or whatever, it's really convenient to just pop it on and off. Notice right back here there is a button, the on-off button right there. Whenever you turn it on, it will flash the light, and then once your receiver is connected into the phone or whatever you're using to record your audio, this will go to a solid green once it has a good connection. Okay, so now that this mic is connected, it got the light is solid green, as you can see there, and then I'll show you with this other one. I'll turn it on, and then you see it connects pretty quickly, but while it's still trying to connect, it will flash. And so now I have 2 audio sources. The downside with these is they do not split record, or whatever you want to call it, to where it'll be in 2 different channels, to where, let's say if we were doing an interview, I could have essentially his mic muted while I'm talking, or like mute his mic or whatever in post. I guess what you could do is you could just do like this, where you can of course you'll have to edit out the cut in there, but if you really wanted to, you could turn this mic off. Just a heads up, the next bit of audio is going to be crackly for a second because I didn't give it enough time to connect to the receiver. And then turn this mic on and then go from there. Like I said, you'll have to cut out the in-between of the mics getting turned off and then turn on, so it's a little bit more fluid. In my opinion, if you're going to be doing these, just just rock with it. Just try to be as quiet as possible. Tell your other person, hey, just be as quiet as possible, because these mics are kind of sensitive. It's probably, judging off of the little wave audio, I'm probably talking a little bit too loud or a little bit too close. See how the audio sounds right there. Let's say if this was on, so if you're using this as like a boom mic or whatever, if you had it right here just on camera, I think based off of my little sound waves, I think you could pick it up fairly fine if I can keep my hand in the good spot there to keep that out of frame. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but right here is the USB type C charging outlet for these. I've had probably for about 3 or 4 months. I've had 4 or 5 of them, and I've never had to charge them. I keep one set at work that I use for work videos and stuff like that, and then I keep this one in my camera bag for like stuff like this before I got the Blue Yeti, which, by the way, if you want to check out that video, go to my channel and check that out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you want to get these, I'll put a link down in the description below. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that. It's just a straight up link to Amazon to pick these up. There's a bunch of different ones on there. I even tried the ones from TikTok Shop. That's the first set that I got, actually. I really liked them. They worked really well. I ended up giving those away, and then I ended up picking up a package of these. I've got 3 or 4 pairs of these so far. I've given a couple away, and like I said, I keep one here and one at work. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, give me a like and a comment down below. Love to hear what you guys are using, and stay tuned for more. We'll see you next time.